in the background. It's giving me a little bit of a flex. Just a little one. Just a little flex. Just a little one. What's up with you, Josh? Why'd you come in with some pathetic bullshit, lad? No, you sound like your fucking dad, mate. That's enough for him. That's why he got weighed in the booze last week. And you start trying to take his fucking place, lad. You never get out of that hospital like your dad did. Yeah, you hear me.
السلام عليكم. وين يا ابني بلي بس وين الله يوفقك يا رب.
Fuck that. I thought she was gonna headshot me there with a fucking AK. Just came from nowhere. I pressed the button before I realised what the fuck it was. It was just a bird wearing it in a tent or something, but it was just scatty, that. You gotta be careful in this virtual world, people. You know, it'll be possible soon for fucking rats to just come through your screen and go, "What? You're giving me bad shit on TikTok." I got a message today. Never even answered it. Hey lad, I'm with Katy. You need to stop speaking about her, or we're going to your Mars and Mary Paul close. Okay, mate? That was the message. Honest to God, them words. I just looked at it and thought, alright, so I've got some helmet that's probably in a decat threatening me that he's going to an house I've not been to for fucking 7 years. I just thought, and then I sat there and thought, who the fuck's Katy? And who am I always talking about? That's Katy. So I had to go. I've had a few Kates in my life for some mad fucking reason. My first love was a Kate. My first wife was a fucking Kate. Just stand off it, Ed. Both horrendous relationships, but there you go. So I was thinking, okay, then who's this Katy? And why does this person on a fucked up profile, a dog profile, it's obviously, I was thinking, this is why I figured out it's a knobhead and a catty, because they've got these little scuts on the phones calling them birds and shit, and these birds fall in love with them, and they're just rotters. So they were fucking, I thought to myself, what Katy? And you know who brought this fucking Katy into this picture? The stalker. Honest to God. So basically, from out of nowhere, some little blonde bird from Wavertree got on me. Some little fit blonde bird. Was she? Well, you know, she was fit. The coke ruined her. You know what I mean? But she was still half, you know. But I didn't know who she was. I just talked sweet, throwing her on my toes like that. Let's see what's happening. I'm not with no one. I'm single. I'm just fucking loitering, doing lives, barricaded in my flat, all rats sitting outside with pieces, trying to get me. This little bird popped up. Obviously, she was working with the Irish and that, without me understanding it. So when she's amongst this firm from Wavertree, you know that little firm from Wavertree, what was they called? I think she was amongst these. And then all of a sudden, she's being put on me by someone. But instead of just staying on me and doing what she was supposed to do, she fell in love. She fell in love. She couldn't leave me alone. Went a bit scatty with her. She was getting boxes sent to her house from the dam. Honest to God. I'm sitting there in the gaff and she went, "I've got a delivery coming." I said, "Have you? What is this?" I said, "And then my mate sends it from town." It sound. About 7 boxes landed, but not on her doorstep. On the doorstep facing. I just went, "This is scatty, this. I'm in some Ken in Wavo somewhere. Risky for me, but I'm just there with this little blonde bird. And she's just pulling all mad shit out of this. That flavour, this, boxes of this, boxes." I'm just looking at it thinking, who the fuck am I saying? Honest to God. Anyway, Her sister's married to a mato. Fucking mad. I'm not lying. Her sister was married to a mato. Anyway, I start getting attacked, start going deeper. While I'm round this little bird, she's telling me about some of the shit she's been up to in this life of hers. It's horrendous what that life does to you, girls. And she was giving me like, so, might as well speak about it. Well, you probably not heard it. They were fast to get it tucked down because they were still in the limelight, MTK Global and that. That Sandra's still out there, so it gets a bit touchy when I'm speaking about this. But it's fact. Yeah, they came at me. I didn't start speaking this shit until they came at me. Do you understand? I didn't know none of this shit until they started coming at me via Marv and Herbie, alright? As soon as that shit kicked in, bang, I'm on them. And while I'm doing my inquiries about all this shit, I refer back to the conversations I had with my first wife. So my first wife, I've got to speak about it. What the fuck happened there, people? Forgive me for it. Okay, you'll understand, I hope. It was a fucking nightmare, but there you go. You're about to hear what happened. Well, I'll bastardise it. Alright, I'm in jail doing my 18. Jogged me bird on that I had before I went to jail. She turned into a fucking hyton thing as well. Although me birds seem to get roasted by the hyton lads. Obviously I'm not there. I'm in jail while this is going on. Otherwise it wouldn't happen. And some of you are probably sitting there going, ah! But have you been to jail? Have you? Have you got a long-term bird? And your bird hasn't banged no one? Not bad. Straight up not bad. So anyway, look. I'm ringing home, and every time I'm ringing her, Billy's going to me, hey lad, there's some little fit bird here, can't stop talking about you. Right, now I'm like 30 when this starts happening, and she's fucking 22, right? That's still a bit moody for me. So I'm saying how old she's going, I'm going, fuck that lad. I think she's about 20, she might even be 20, and I'm going, too young for me, mate. You're on it, jogging it on. Every time I'm ringing Billy, bam, 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 she's getting on me. Eventually, I'm on the phone one day to Billy from my cell in Dovegate, HMP Dovegate. And fucking, he just puts this bird on the phone. And that's it, we're talking. Within a week, she's up. Within 6 months, she's begging me to marry her. I've been told this story about this bird. She's got a full-time job, gym head, educated. Never got told about a child for the first few months. When I fell in there, you know what it's like. Long-term prisoner. Had all different scatty birds coming up over the years. Looking at a bird for his release to set off on. So I'm just falling into this little weird trap. Billy's verified it. His bird, Amy, verified it. She's her mate. So I'm thinking, yes, I'm falling into this little trap with this bird who's off a fucking cake. She's coming up. Begging me to marry her, so I just think, I'm bang on in prison. I'm roasting in prison. So, there's no way I'm looking to marry this bird. But she's... So I just go, you know what, yeah, go ahead. Call a bluff. Me fully understanding in my mind, I'm on closed visits. Do you understand? At the time she's trying to get the wedding. And they grant it. Security say, yeah. Grant the fucking wedding. She's wrote to the vicar. She's got out of jail. Sent a letter to the fucking vicar. The vicar's come to me pad. I'm happy to tell you, Mr. G, you've been authorised to get married in the chapel. I went, fucking have I, yeah? Honest to God, now I'm going into this fucking marriage. I've got a horrendous family. Guess what? They all got granted to come through into the chapel. It's like they knew this bird's going to ruin you. Let them in. Make sure he signs that document. It's just like, honest to God. So I'm there in some shit suit. Looking like a punter in a suit. Rough ass prison head. Some little cokehead that I thought was beautiful. Lost to most people. Absolutely lost. That shit can happen to a man. Every man's a fool for love. Trust me. I know it's embarrassing. That's why I asked you to forgive me before. And how fucking ironic is it that most names that are kicking in fucking laughing, the name's Katy. So anyway, you know how it is, me like a little ming, trying to get a divorce within the 12 months. You can't. You've got to be married for 12 months. Then you've got to apply for an annulment. All this headache. She's gone on the missing list. Where is she? This is where the Kinahans and Sandra comes in. And fake bake tanning comes in. Some of you girls are aware of all that, aren't you? Fake bake. Some of you girls know. You know, there's a collective few years that are chosen to go abroad and represent the brand, as they say, innit? Flown to Marbella, put in a villa, take to these great parties that are full of gangsters. And then you're lost for a few years, aren't you? Absolutely obliterated. Well, that's what happened to my wife. You know what? I had the drug dealers making videos, we've banged your wife. Good on you, lads. Wait until I get it. Honest to God. So it is what it is. You know, the proof's got to be in the pudding with me. So all these rumours and all this shit, I needed to know. So me and my manipulative ways, just got right in there. You need to come and see me, you know. So I met her. I was in this hostel in Blackburn. Bought her a little shit Wetherspoon scran. You know, got speaking to her a little bit. I hadn't seen her for years. This is my wife. I've been out of jail for 6 months. She never come near me because she knew I knew what she'd been up to. Weird, isn't it? She came to see me, first thing she's done after the scran. It just proved everything I needed to know. There was an entry right next to the Wetherspoons. So when he dragged me down there, just dropped her fucking pantyhose and went, hey. So now I'm in this little dynamics with this little fucking weird thing. And I'm going to her house. This is true, this now, people. This is how scary this bird is. And I didn't know this tactic until later on, when I came out of the fucking mess. They were intent on ruining me with her. I'm not lying to you, you know. I couldn't put my finger on it, whether it was Michael Ungie, or whether it was the Irish that was making her do what she was doing to me. I'm not lying, it's not paranoia. She was banging Michael Ungie for years and years and years. Right under the nose of his bed. And when they were targeting me and I screamed about it, he's lying. I weren't fucking lying. Why would I want to break a woman's heart who's just had a kid and all that? Why would I? Do you think I want to just go out and intentionally target some bird over a fucked up boyfriend? It's not me, like, you've all got me in a mad twist. So I couldn't put my finger on who it was fucking... So anyway, I'm going to hers, I'm still on these mad curfews, I'm still on licence and all this mad shit. I shouldn't really, you know, but it is what it is, man's got his needs. Everyone else has been through the cunt, so I'm going through the cunt. But anyway, I'm in there, we're in the kitchen, she's pissed as usual on the wine. She's called me in the kitchen, I'm thinking, wow, is this one of them scenarios that I've been watching for the last fucking 12 years? Let's get it on. Noticing the wine bottle a little short distance there, doing all this. And she just starts. Wine bottle. I just went, wow, what's this? This is next level. What the fuck are you doing here? She was trying to get me to do, like, you know, fucking... It was just scatty shit, mate. And it just made me go, this is next level fucking madness. I'm not geared up for this madness. I haven't seen this horrendous shit before, right? And I'm just off. Sent me para, gone. And I didn't realise till months later, women have used that tactic and got men convicted on mad charges, saying they'd fucking done mad shit to them. I'm not lying to you, you know, it was scatty. But that's how I got onto this. She used to work for Sandra. And she used to go to Marbella and attend these lavish parties with these gangsters, majority of them Irish. And they weren't just there. You know, there was quite a few of them. And they'd all go over there on the basis that we're doing this promotion for the brand of that tanning company, that's Sandra, you know, the CEO of MTK Global, her company, the first one she had. That's what she was doing with girls up and down the country. Obviously it'll be voluntary, but you know how it is. Girls in need, girls experience a lifestyle, a certain way of living. It's hard for them to come away from it. And that's not bullshit, that's the truth. So I was thinking, is that message, if you only just come in, it was all about a message I got, is that on about this Katy? You know, my first wife sort of thing? And it weren't, it was on about that Katy from Wavertree. Now the reason I started screaming about it, I never said nothing about this Katy, regardless of what she was doing to me. You know, she got in close, giving me scatty substances and that, made me go a little bit off the fucking chart. I'm not bullshitting you, this is what they've done. You might think it's paranoid, but it's not. All of a sudden, the stalker starts screaming about me. You've heard me tell you a bit about the story, so I start researching. And it comes across and coming across all these parties. Then this Katy, while she's being around me, tells me about these parties. Didn't mention none of it. You know, what's going on, that's over with her, that scatty bit. She's gone down there somewhere, she's been bailed, it was just went crazy with that bit. Get down there, get away down there, sharpish. And then a few months later, stalkers targeting me again. But I'd had this information off this bird, this Katy, that was a brass, that was a mistress in brass houses with another fella, that had been in these parties in town, in apartments, and other places in McGull and surrounding areas, where, you know, so this Katy had friends. Not all her friends at that time was doing what she was doing, which was enabling girls to go to these parties and be just like the stalker was. But he'd do it with boys and girls. He'd enable them to come to these parties. This is not lies, this is fucking truth, alright? Told it years ago, it's still out there in my content folder. But they're nice to get it all removed, so when they attack me, I've got to repeat this shit. So, she's bailed, but I've had all this information off her. Not screaming about it, not saying nothing. All of a sudden, he's on me again, like he has been for years. So I think, alright then, you cunt, let's do it. Start screaming about his private life, his private friends, the parties, his connection to Sam Cole, his connections to other notorious gangsters from the city, and all these people that attend these events, dirty parties, let's call them. All these people, and I'm not just talking your gangsters, I'm talking your councillors, your briefs, your police, all sorts are going to these gaffs. And what you've got in these gaffs, like I've told you, I only touch on it a little bit because I don't really want to drag it all back up because it's a mess for me. All on the back of the stalker, it just creates a fucking mad, because I'm speaking about home truths here that a lot of people are trying to pull themselves away from and get away from that scene. I'm putting them right back in that scene. So it generates a lot of fucking comeback. But I just put it straight, done my research, checked out what the bear was saying, it was all true. Even last year, I was getting video recordings of brothers of girls that have been told to bring this substance to this party 100 miles away. You know, it's still ongoing. They just took it out the city. They took it into places like Preston and out the, you know, where these people have been dominant with the drug trade and that. They just tapped into the business in them areas. And that's what I started doing, screaming about the stalker's business, this circle of gangsters' business.